Boone here. Good. Hey, welcome back. Darren from On Command. I'm going to talk to you about recall in this lesson. Recall, put really simply, is your dog coming to you when you call them. You can use whatever words you want. Their name sometimes is used. The come command, a here command, whatever you want to use. I use the word, the dog's name, and I use the word here personally with Boone. So we're going to work on that this morning. The reason we do recall as our first lesson in every training program I do is because recall is the most important thing you'll ever teach your dog. It is the safety factor. It's the thing that keeps them out of the street, keeps them away from that dangerous dog, keeps them from chasing deer, whatever thing. Recall is your number one critical thing, and you really can't work on any of the other commands you need to work on, like sit or down or anything, unless you get your dog to come to you in the first place. So we work on recall as our number one behavior at the beginning of the program and all throughout the program. You're going to see recall all throughout everything we do, every lesson that we do. Super important. So you should have already taught your dog their two acknowledgement words. Good for keep going, okay for you're done. We're going to be teaching Boone to recall to us, and we're going to be doing that in 2 steps, and I'll show you what those are in a second. Okay, before I get started on that, if you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave me a comment, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm putting out more stuff. There's going to be plenty of free content coming. All of my positive reinforcement training is going to be available free, either as a course on my website for my clients and other folks, or here on YouTube in a playlist. So hang out with me. I'm happy to have you. Okay, before we begin, let's talk equipment. It's real simple stuff. You just need a regular dog collar on your dog, normal buckle collar, whatever you're using, and you need a 6-foot leash. So I got a pretty pink one out so you guys can see it real well during the exercise this morning. You need a regular 6-foot leash to start with, and you need something to hold your treats in. I have my kibble bag on this morning, my treat bag. I have Boone's breakfast in my treat bag this morning. Best way to work on this stuff is to work with your dog's meals at times during the day when they're hungry. Sometimes folks tell me they have a dog that's not food motivated. Usually when I look at the dog, it's overweight, so it's obviously motivated at some point for food. You might have to skip a meal, you might have to skip 2 meals, and then use your meals for training to have your dog motivated. Recall really has 3 parts. Normally your dog is away from you somewhere, or you wouldn't be calling them to you, obviously. Maybe they have their back to you, and when you call them, they need to make some sort of turn. Might be a full 180-degree turn, spin all the way around and come straight back to you. That's the first part of the behavior. They need to travel from wherever they are to you, and then when they get to you, they need something to do. So I want my dog to make eye contact with me when they get to me and give me their full attention. And I want them close enough to me that I can reach out and grab their collar if I need to, get a leash on them, do something like that. Maybe I'm at the park and I see another dog coming and I want to get my dog back to me quickly and get them under physical control. So I need to have the dog close enough to me and I need eye contact. Now we're not teaching sit yet in the program because really it's not that important. It's 6 lessons down the way here. So we're not going to be asking for sit here. I'm going to be encouraging Boone to sit by raising my hands into a signal for him. I'm going to pick my hands up like so probably when he comes to me. That's going to probably induce him to sit because he kind of already knows how to do it, but what I'm really looking for is eye contact at the end. So turn to me, travel, get close and make eye contact at the end. Usually we have a sit there. We have a sit, but we'll train that sit part later. We're going to teach this thing backwards. So we're going to teach the behavior backwards. We're going to start up close. We're going to start with the eye contact and the sitting so the dog understands what to do when they arrive. The reason we do that is because dogs learn in pictures, and I want my dog to learn the picture they're looking for that gets them their reward every time I give them their recall command. So Boone's going to memorize what I look like every time he sits in front of me and gives me eye contact, or stands in front of me and gives me eye contact. He's going to memorize what I look like, and that's the most powerful tool for any dog training, is visual signals. So I'm looking to imprint that picture. We're just going to be doing some quick turns, getting eye contact. We're going to be using our acknowledgement words like we did in the previous video, where we say good for keep going and okay for done, come get your cookie from me, and reset. And we're going to just be marking that eye contact, turning Boone and getting rep, 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 rep. Then we're going to work with our dog away from us, and we're going to be starting to work on our recall command, our 180-degree turn back to us. We're going to do that really simply with our 6-foot leash when we start. Later we'll go to a longer line, and eventually we'll go to not having a line. For today, we're just teaching the word. We're just trying to make that word mean, initiate the sequence, turn to me, travel, finish. So we're going to work on sitting in eye contact. Then we're going to work on turn and travel to me. All right, so here's what this looks like. Boone here. Good. Good. Got Boone right here close to me. I can get his leash on, no problem. Good. And I'm just working on having him reposition each time and give me eye contact. I'm going to release him from here with his okay word, turn him around, get eye contact again, reward that. Oh, you're laying down? Boone here. Eye contact. Good. Reward. Okay. Eye contact. Reward. Good. Here we go. Come on, bud. Eye contact. Reward. Okay. So that's what that looks like. I'm just going to do a few training reps so you can see the sequence. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Remember, we're just memorizing that sequence. We're memorizing that picture. Eye contact, the picture of what I look like, leads to a reward. That's going to be what Boone's looking for when he finishes his recall command. Good. Okay. Next, we're going to be working on our turn and come to us behavior. We're going to do that really simply. We're going to walk forward with our dog. We're going to back up really quickly as we give the command. They're going to turn and start coming to us. When they turn and start to follow us, you're going to hear me use the good command, which means keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Keep going, I like what you're doing. And then we're going to have an okay when we get to the end. So here's what that looks like. Ready, bud? Okay, I just have the end of my leash because I want to have him have plenty of room to walk and be out in front of me. I'm going to walk with him. Come on, bud. Boom here. Good. Good. Okay. Now you notice I didn't ask for eye contact here. Literally had my hand in the bag, so he followed me. Boone here. Good. Good. Boone here. Good. Good. You can see Boone's starting to tune right into the bag. Boone here. Good. Okay, in this step, I'm rewarding Boone with a good marker, good acknowledgement word. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm trying to encourage momentum, and I'm rewarding directly without worrying about whether or not he sits or gives me eye contact. I'm simply working on that turn he needs to make to get to me. And then we're going to take these things, we're going to teach them separately. So we're going to teach the eye contact like we did in the previous step. And then we're going to teach the turn and come to me. And then we're going to put those two things together. So this is just teaching the dog to turn and come to you. So you want to reward that directly. We're going to use a 6-foot leash when we start. Later we'll go to a flexible leash, a retractable leash. We might go to a long line. And we're going to have the dog further away from us, but we're simply practicing turn and come to me. And we're practicing the finishing move to sit with eye contact in a separate step. And when those two things are working really, really well independent of each other, that's when we're going to try to put those things together, and not until then. Okay, so let's get this wrapped up. Just to recap, we're working on our recall command today. It's our most serious command that we do. It's our most critical command that we do. It's the thing that's going to keep our dogs safe and out of the street. So we do this more than anything else we do in the program. Every single lesson you're going to see me recall Boone at some point. I want you to make sure you keep these sessions fun, keep them happy. I want you to work on them in really low distraction environments. Start in the living room, move to the backyard. Don't go out in public or try to go down to the park and do this when you first start. It's not going to work. You're not going to be able to hold your dog's attention. Start in the living room, start outside, make sure you have a leash on, and that way you can physically guide your dog back to you if you need to. I don't need to do that with Boone. He knows the command pretty well already, so he makes a great demo. You might, when you start backing up and getting away from your dog, you might need to pull them around and get them coming to you. Don't worry about that. It's just a buckle collar. Nothing's hurting them. Turn them around, get them coming back. Good, good, good. Feed, feed, feed. So start in a quiet environment. Move to the backyard. Maybe move to the front yard or the driveway. Get this stuff working really, really well so your dog understands what that word means. You should have them where they're in the house at some point or another, and you can call them randomly from anywhere and they come ripping over to you because they think you have a cookie at any point before you really start trying to make this reliable in distracting environments. So keep the sessions fun, keep the sessions short, keep the environment low distraction. Do lots of repetitions using your dog's meals so they're hungry and motivated, and get them where they'll come to you in the house. And then we'll talk later about how we can make this reliable in a more distracting environment. Okay, that's it for our first lesson on recall. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you on the next one.